Welcome to E-Padashala. We are now going to talk about Mullai. Mullai is a land in Sirumalai, which is around 20-25 kilometers from Dindigal. It's a small hill town where you have a forest land available for us. See, it was one of the very difficult challenges for us to identify the government land in 5 different locations and then identify them and then map them up and then design the required. So when we talk about Mullai, we have given a Mullai flower as an entry point and a tree as a concept for the walkway. And totally it's a different concept. If you go through the drawing, if you go to the site or enjoy the places, you will see totally different outlook of the design. And basically, we have used 10 different points. As you read it in my text, you will understand what kind of people are using them, what kind of image that is being created about Mullai, and what kind of sales point is there, what kind of atmosphere we have created. It's really interesting to go and enjoy the place. Now we are coming to the next form of land, which is Mullai. Mullai is nothing but forest and surrounding. So how do people live in a forest? We are all talking all these things in Sangam period, which is almost more than 2000, 3000 years back. So all the interference, all their cultural activity, their lifestyle, everything was taken in that period with the poet singing a song for us. So we are talking about forest and related land area known as Mullai. Mullai flower is one of the typical characteristics of this forest related area. Mullai flowers in the fountain during the rainy season. It's a white flower with scented one. Mullai, forest and surroundings. The proposed site is located at Sirumalai, which is at least from somewhere near Dindigal it is located. Near Madurai also you can see. These are all the existing site conditions of Sirumalai, you can see them. Then existing forest. Mullai is a forest and forest area, existing forest cover is there. Then this is supposed to be the Mullai flower, the flora. Then fauna, all the different types of fauna. Of course, we have done all these things in the bronze statue because it being a park, we may not be able to protect the animals in a cage or anything. So, in order to make the people understand, we have the bronze statues of fauna. Then their lifestyles. People greeting each other, milking the cow, and then making buttermilk, and then making butter from curd. We had lot of activity in their lifestyle. Culture. We have culture here, basically it is, we call it Jallikattu, which is there nowadays in Tamil Nadu. It's a bullfighting. Then we have different concept of 14 items are there. God is Thirumal. People, Thondral, Ayara, Achayar, food, Baragu, Samai, animals, rabbit and deer, flower, Mullai, Thondri, trees, Kondrai Maram, and then we have Kaya, birds, hen and peacock. Village is called as Padi or Cheri. Water, of course, in the forest area you will get the rivers, riverlets, all these things. The Parai is Yarkottu Parai, Yard again Mullai Yard, Pan is Sadaripan, Their basic occupation, because of the forest area, cattle and pastoral occupation, and they also use the forest as a social forestry for the purpose. Their period is rainy season, of course that is there everywhere. The plan is done in such a way that you can see the tree branches out in different zones. So you have the entry point. Then from there, as if the tree branches are happening, you have the happening things and people to walk to different areas and see and come back. Then it goes to the different zone featuring Sangan period and characteristic is number 1. Then recreation and play activity and resting places, and of course entry you have a car parking. So this is the overall master plan. You can see how the design is being done. You have health center, agricultural land, then you have a rain shelters, pathways, sales gallery, then water body, rain harvesting water bodies, seating under trees. Then you have a large expensive lawn area for recreation and party purposes, and you have toilets, and you have open air auditorium for cultural activity. Then you have an information center where people come and learn more about Mullai. Then Mullai, again, we are talking about a forest area, you have more wooded area. Then entrance area with parking. Some water feature, a rivulet or a small stream is being created. Then again wooded area. These are all the things which we are trying to create here in order to achieve the concept of Mullai. So you can see the overall planning, how the Mullai will happen here. You have a parking area. The local materials are being used. Then you have a small pergola worked out with a ticket booth and other thing. You can see the design is worked out in such a way Mullai flower will become their entrance archway with pergolas, and small thatched house kind of ticket booth is there, and large stone has been used in order to write the name of the park. So these are all the kind of creativity which we have done in order to achieve the different types of garden. This being a Mullai and forest and surrounding area, the entrance has to be in such a way that you are entering into the forest. That is more so important. Wooded area, all existing wooded areas are there, tall trees are there. Then you have a wooden walkway is being created for the people to walk to different level, so that underground plants are there, not disturbed. Actually, low ground cover plants are kept as it is. Then you have a stream. The natural stream was there, but we have to use it. If during non-rainy days this may not be there, so we have to do some kind of a pumping in order to achieve the end result. So water may be recycled or anything like that. Then you have forest trail is provided so that people can walk on the trail to see the different locations of the Mullai garden. Then you have agricultural land where they have to produce the agricultural product for their sales purpose. Then because this being a forest area and lot of herbal plants are there, we can use the herbal medicine for the purpose of visitors who are visiting here, and show them what kind of medicines were used in the old days with the herbal plants. So we have a health center also available for them. Then you have a kind of open air theatre with stones and grasses around the area. Then you have a stone seatings for the people to sit and discuss, chat, relax, or enjoy the setting. You have a stone pathway, random stone pathway for the people to walk to different destinations. Again, you have a large water body, rain harvesting water body. We call this a deer park, so some kind of a bronze statue deers are all located here. Then you have a rain shelter or a thatched roofed shelter. Then you have bridge to cross over, all local materials only used here. Then you have a recreational area where you have a large walking area with local hen available for the people to chase and then kids to chase and run around. Then you have a riverside park has been created for the people to watch and do sketches. Artists can sit and enjoy and create a mood for themselves. Then we again come to our period concepts. What happened in those days, their lifestyle, how it was, how are you going to create them into the present day context, people to understand what it was. So you have to really go back 2000 years, then create the kind of activity they lived in those period. So we are talking about a village, we are talking about bullfighting. Bullfighting normally happened in the agricultural field area when the agriculture activity is over, and then after the harvesting people will be resting. So that time they have, we call it Veera Valayattugal. Those things happen in those areas. Then cattle grazes on the pasture area because cattle needs their food. Then sculpture, we call it Mullai ke Teerthandan Pari, we call it. Mullai is a flower which was on the ground, it doesn't have anything to hold on. So we had a king called as Pari who donated his chariot to the plant material. So we understand the love for the plant material or love for the nature by the king or anybody in those period is more important to understand. So these kind of sceneries have been created. This particular thing called as Mullai ke Teerthandan Pari is a very famous thing. So king itself is giving his chariot to the plant material. So we are talking about the entrance archway with the main entry like this. We are talking about their lifestyle housing colonies with the thatch roofing. All local materials, bamboos have been used, wooden logs have been used, then coconut leaves are used. Then we are talking about Mullai ke Terkoduthan Pari, that thing here we talk about donating a chariot for the plant material. So he is pulling out the plant from the ground which doesn't have a growing, vertical elements are not there for the plant to grow up. So the king, he abandoned his chariot and then gave it to the nature for the plant to climb on to the nature. And we have a song for this also. See, these chariots are all located in the site, so people can really go and see. And man always, the king always donate things for the poor people. That is also is provided. The king sitting on the throne and then he donates something for the people. Then we have bullfighting. We have cow grazing. All these things, done up in a sculpture, and then you can really, have the music left over. Then there will be a music coming about this particular poem, and then people understanding what was a lifestyle. Of course, we don't harp more onto this, but ultimately, you understand this, go to the recreation area, enjoy a full day, and then come back. These are all their lifestyle houses are there. Even in the night, if at all you want to stay there, there are houses available, what kind of style they have. These houses are available for the rental for the public. You look at it at this inside, it will be very good. Then you have tree houses for you to climb up, or there is a ladder for you to climb up and then sleep there or enjoy the setting out there. Then we have again, the meeting with the different persons and their suggestions and other things have been taken out. And then they wanted some number of houses and other thing for more tourist attraction, then more land area. Lot of things have been provided, asked for it, and what is possible only is given. And all these things, we had Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who was a guide for this particular project, who was giving really a wonderful guide for us, this particular project. You have this particular tree which is called as Ashoka tree, which is the tree under which, in the episode Ramayanam, Sita was under this tree. She was there under the tree for almost how many 14 years. 14 years she was under the tree, but the tree is supposed to give medicinal value, medicinal smell, so that even sitting under the tree for 14 years without having a bath or anything like that, she was able to live, because the tree has got such a wonderful medicinal value. So you have butterfly parks, and then you have the tree houses, then list of plant material which were there in the Mullai period is there. Then the plant material. Mullai, as you all know, is a forest and surrounding. So when we talk about forest and surrounding, most of the product, we have very, very interesting hill area about, Mullai Thir Koduthan Pari, some of the very interesting thing is there in the epic, which is there in the history or Tamil culture, it is there. So we have really built a chariot, built a Pari king, and then we have arranged the plan for him to climb onto his chariot. So those kind of things are also introduced in this particular place, where people will understand their culture, understand the charity what was done by the king while ruling the country, and they are concerned about nature, which is very important. So that has been highlighted in this particular epic. So you can see this garden and enjoy it. Thank you.